got a lot of phone calls this week.
Okay. Everything good? Bill collectors? Spam risk?
I did get a lot of those, but I get a
Okay.
lot of those every week.
Yo, you know what I've been getting? A lot of the text message that's like, oh, here's $1 million. You
Yeah,
won.
okay.
Click this link. I've been
I'm
getting
so glad that you said that because so am I.
Yeah. But they range from like the most random of stuff. Like, let me see if I can if I didn't delete one.
I always delete them because I feel like if I leave
always
them,
delete
then
them
they'll,
too.
they
find you.
find me or
They crawl out
then
and like get
look
into
all of my stuff.
your like accounts and stuff.
I think that's how it's work.
Oh, okay. I got one. Here's one. Our results are published. You came in second place. Linda, number 1. 2, winner.
It doesn't results for what?
Literally, they don't say our results are published. That's what some of the stuff I've been getting.
See, I get. Did you claim your gift? Hurry up.
Oh yeah, but that's basic.
Is that
I
that's
get
basic?
like exotic, like thought out ones.
Oh, I get exotic ones too.
All right, what who are you getting?
Oh,
Who's calling your phone?
well, you did, and I was
I called you.
I was
You're
upset.
pissed. Yo,
It's like,
that's
is he doing this to me
insane.
right now? Is he doing this?
Is he calling my damn cell phone that calls? That receives calls? How dare he? Damn, you ever look around? You ever look around on the cell phone call? Like, damn, do they see me
Only for some people.
before I hit reject?
No, but somebody else called me. Well, and then so I got some calls from an old friend of mine that I used to work with, but he hit me up through Instagram because he didn't know how to get a hold of me. So, shout out to him, to you, Mark.
Okay.
Man, the guy, it's
Go in.
the most aggressive way to try to say hello to somebody. I look down, I see an Instagram video call, and
Shoot.
I look down like, nope, there is no.
Wait, you can video call
I didn't know
on
that
Instagram?
either.
Oh, it's like a live, right?
Yeah.
He went live.
No,
with you?
not live. Not live. I don't think it's live. There was like a phone call. I didn't know that you could even do phone calls on Instagram.
Yeah.
And there's no profile picture. It's just a name, and it's an Instagram call.
It's just at Mark.
And I'm like, no, no, not happening. I'm not picking this up. But anyways, I got back to him. We talked, and he was just wanted to get a hold of me and tell me that he had been listening to the podcast and that he enjoyed it.
Oh shit! We just shit on him. Shout out to you. Well, at least he didn't go in your comments and be like, "Do you want some artwork for your CD?"
Or I'll promote your page for whatever.
Yo, those comments are nuts. But shout out to Mark.
Yeah, I appreciate you listening. But man, coming, just jumping out of the bushes like, hi.
He said jumping out.
after like I don't know 5 years. I haven't talked to him in 5 years, and then all of a sudden I see Instagram video call. Man, you know, I was panicking.
Jumping out of the Chuck E. Cheese balls. Pause. I'm here.
Pick up now.
Yeah, melt
Let me
your
see your face now. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Shout out though.
Yeah, the multiple call is pretty aggressive.
Yeah, it's but you know, this if you know the guy, and I do know the guy,
Mm.
that's his style. That's how he rolls.
Got it.
So
Yeah.
I was just it's a style that's similar to what could be seen as like a robot, you know, just out of left field, you know, and or just
Right.
you never know exactly what you're gonna get, you know. So full of surprises.
Full of surprises.
But so and that's it.
Yo,
Those yeah.
That's it?
Those are
You
the
mean that's it?
phone calls that I got.
Oh, that's the amount of calls that you got? Hey, real quick, I just thought about this like right before we pressed go. Water at the bottom of the cart. Checking out at, you know, Walmart or something. Water at the bottom of the cart. You got your groceries at the top. Out of 10, how many times you telling the cashier about that water?
I never put water down there.
Where do you put the water?
I don't get those kinds of water.
Okay,
I don't
so
get
you
the
don't
bottled
buy
waters.
like the. So what
I
do
get
you
like
get?
the big bottle.
You get the jug. You get the like Arrowhead jug.
I get these right here.
Okay.
This is
That's
a
selfish,
gallon. What are you
though.
talking about? You're using more bottles.
Yeah, but for individual use, like you just buy that, and then your fiance doesn't
pour
have
it into
water.
a glass.
Like
What
you
you
just
mean?
drink out of that, pour it onto your
like
face.
a Viking all the time, like just a gallon of water.
So you. I mean, yeah, that's cool and all, but aren't you supposed to drink a gallon of water a day?
I don't think so. That sounds like a lot. That's
It's
way too much. A gallon?
Okay. I've heard people say that.
Maybe. I mean, if that is, man, I am dehydrated. That's I'm way under that.
I think I tried it for like a week. I was like crying when I was drinking water.
I can't be one of those guys.
It hurts.
Remember seeing the guys with the giant water jug walking around drinking it, holding it with two hands like a baby bottle in public?
Like, I mean, I definitely did that like for like sports and stuff to not die
but
of
if
a
you're
cramp.
like 30 and you're going to the gym, it's too much.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's different. I mean, maybe they don't want to drink the Yeah, the bodybuilders, they stay there. I noticed that like people into like the gym and stuff like that. Like, you know, I'll go to the gym, but not like my life doesn't revolve around it. But the people that do, they camp out at the gym. They're like, all right, head into basically clock in at the gym for like a couple of hours at least. And those, for them, it's like they definitely have like the jug, the protein, the steroids, the this. It's like, okay. Yeah, you're camping out here tonight or today.
Yeah, and you can tell by the way that they're dressed. Like, if you're planning on being there for a while, you're probably trying to look good being there, you know. But man, I saw something weird today. I saw a guy he had a towel wrapped around his waist, working out. He had shorts on underneath, but he had a towel on. I thought he had like a skirt or a kilt.
I'm just trying to figure out how, like, was it like a belt or
It
like
was like
coming out
coming
the
out the shower.
shower type? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's interesting. I've
Yeah.
never seen that. I've seen it tucked in to the shorts. That's
No, it
normal.
was wrapped around his waist. Like, and it was lower than his shorts.
Yeah, that's a little. That's a little. What was it, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles towel, or was it just a solid color?
It's Gatorade. There's the Gatorade logos all over it. It was, yeah, man.
He got the done for the
Yeah,
game, sit on
yeah,
the bench, wrap around your head,
yeah,
Gatorade towel.
basically.
Dang, not that head pause. So okay, so was it? I don't want to go in on this towel, but was it a
I
dry
don't know.
towel?
I think so. But here's the interesting part is that there's no pool there.
Oh,
But
well, I mean, there's a shower.
so what? Why would you have wet clothing on? Why would you have wet shorts on? What, he pissed his pants?
Oh, see, that might be what something
Damn,
that
but
happened.
he had to keep working out though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell
yeah,
you.
no, but
That's
it
interesting.
was, it's weird. That's some of the weirder shit I've seen at the gym. And I've seen some shit.
Oh yeah,
We've all seen some shit.
yeah, 100%. The gym is just like, yeah, at this point, I think I think I've seen it all at the gym. You get some
Yeah.
caricatures at that gym.
Yeah. All right. Well, what's going on with you? I mean, I was talking about all my phone calls and my anxiety.
Man. No, I'm chilling. Hey, I wanted to. Man. I kind of wanted to say, like, talk about Corey. Like, thank you to Corey, whatever, getting on the
Yeah.
podcast. That was I honestly hadn't talked to him in a long time.
Yeah.
Well, like face to face or whatever. But no, I thought it was cool. Good feedback from that episode.
Yeah, it was fun.
How'd you feel about squashing
Who said we
beef with
squashed
him
it?
and stuff like that? I mean, yeah, you got to subscribe to the fist fight on Patreon that happened.
No, it was fun. It was a few people were had known of the company that he was.
Yeah, you told me that, but they literally said
Said the wrong thing. Yeah. But yeah, so he's like a celebrity now.
Yeah, I saw that they had George Lopez.
Yeah, I saw that. Do they have a podcast or
something? No, like something with one of their products or something that George Lopez, like, on his podcast, they shouted it out or something, or he was like opening the box or something. It was an unboxing
was
video.
Was that the owner on someone else's podcast, like on George Lopez's podcast? That's what I was thinking.
I don't know. No, that wasn't the owner. No, it wasn't the owner. I don't know who it was. He was just a dude, like, just, I guess he was like cool with them or something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But yo, speaking of unboxing videos, what's up with the unboxing videos? I mean, why do people watch them?
You never watched any?
I've never. I might have, like, on accident.
I'll watch review videos, like if I'm looking to buy something, right? But I'm not trying to see the person's face when they're opening it. You know?
Well, no one's talking about that. I'm just saying, like them opening the box. Like, why is that interesting?
I don't think it is.
You want to see what?
Like, no, I don't think it is. Like, I just want to see, like I'll do it for instruments or whatever, and I want to see them talk about it if they know stuff about it. But
right,
if they're just because it's usually somebody who's, you know, knowledgeable about whatever it is that they're, like what do they do? The shampoo kits,
Reviews?
like
Oh, oh, see, I don't know.
like a lot of people will do like beauty products and open
Yeah.
it and review it and stuff
Okay.
just because they use it all the time. And then
Yeah. So I had a friend like basically tell me about them one time. I'm like, what? What the heck? Like, so I was just flabbergasted, like that people just
flabbergasted.
watch.
I
Yeah.
would love to see what your face looks like flabbergasted.
You never
I don't
seen
think so.
flabbergasted? Okay. Um,
I try to say shit all the time
because
to
oh, to
yeah.
try and get that. I'm just saying, like, how is that? You just stop at unboxing your sidekick.
What was it?
Like,
Do
I
you
want to
remember
know.
what it was? Like what
Huh?
product it was that they were telling you about?
No, 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 no. I like I've said, it's always an accident. Like if I'm trying to get a review on something, it's like them unboxing the thing sometimes, and they're like accident. I don't remember exactly
Right.
what it was though. Probably a
Yeah.
phone or something.
Yeah, I don't.
It's like, oh, let me open this phone, and there's a phone in
And
here. All right, yeah. And there's instructions, guys. Look at these instructions. Look how they folded these instructions.
hey,
You see this? How
some
does
people
that
some
help
people
you?
are connoisseurs. A
Yeah,
friend of
I
mine
guess.
is
There's like a million
is
views.
obsessed with old World War II stuff, like guns and uniforms and helmets and goggles and all kinds of old shit. And I mean, he could tell you everything about it. Like what all the patches mean. What year some thing is, some tiny little thing. It's crazy. Some people, the amount of detail they know about something like that. Like this guy, he'll go into a thrift store and find some old jacket in there for $12 and then go buy it and then put whatever he needs to do on it and then sell it online for $200 or whatever because he knows his shit.
Yo, that's a good come up too. Like I've been hearing about the people who do the flipping like furniture.
Yeah.
Like they'll go buy a couch and then flip it for like $100 more.
Yeah, or they'll paint something or like get a table, paint it and then flip that.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean just buying it for the low, like on like Craigslist or something. And it's like a side hustle. Like you can make like a couple $100 a week or
Have
something
you
off of
ever
it if
We
you're
talked about
dedicated to it.
selling stuff on uh social media or whatever a while ago.
Yeah, yeah,
Have you
yeah, yeah.
have you done
You
it
like
yet?
nah,
Okay. Have you bought anything?
nah, no. Have I ever bought something? I've done I've done the back like maybe a while back like sold something on Craigslist, but on like Instagram or something, no, or Facebook, no. And then I haven't bought anything. I just don't trust the stuff. Like
Yeah, you don't
I
trust
don't
the
know.
stuff or you don't trust the people.
Trust the
Yeah.
both. Like I don't know. Yeah, both. I guess the people, but
Yeah.
I don't know how long you've had this
Yeah.
iPhone or what you did with your iPhone or what kind of like um how hot this iPhone
Right.
is. Like is someone
Right.
gonna come arrest me as soon as I turn it on? And that's I don't know, I'm trying to think like what else I would buy.
Well, there's a lot of time
Um
I don't sell stuff or buy stuff on Facebook or anything that often, but There are times when you'll post something. I post a guitar for $1,500, and then somebody will message and say, "Will you take 500?"
Well, you did the opposite. He asked for something, you gave him more.
Yeah, I mean, just he needed it.
Who cares? I don't know why you, dude, felt sorry for a dude he never met. This dude's charitable act for a guy who was probably marking it
I
up.
just didn't want the cash in my wallet.
And that was his whole thing. That was his whole get up. Like, feel sad. He probably posted up at like someone's friend's garage and make it seem like he was like
He was
bummy.
He was too skinny for that. He was
probably does yoga in some nice like condo overseeing the water or
and
something.
he got me.
You fell for it.
He sold that skateboard to me out of a tiny closet that was filled with all kinds of weird
so let me ask you this.
Shoes.
So let me ask you this. You said he was a skinny dude? So if he was shaped like a notification bell, would you have like felt different?
Or well, yes, I would have. Because he would look like he had been
What's the difference?
Eating well.
What's the difference? Oh my.
I'm saying this guy just looked like he was struggling. It's $5. I'm saying I just didn't want it was a tip, He showed me a few tricks. A couple kick flips, some ollies, 900s.
Some ollies. Yeah. Did he kick his behind like when he jumped?
No, he didn't do any jumping. Man, do you remember like skater days when that was the
Yeah, of course.
How do you whenever I think back to that, I really don't I just wasn't about it. I wasn't about the
100%. We talked about this before on the podcast though, but
okay. Well, I was talking about it again recently, and I noticed there was some offense. It seemed like there was some offense that I was shitting on it. I think I struck a chord.
Oh, to like the person you were talking to?
Yeah. Like that it was near and dear to their heart, and
it didn't.
I kind of shit on it. So.
Yeah, I was never a big fan of it. I wasn't even a fan of the tech deck.
I had one, but
I wasn't even.
Yeah,
you did. I wasn't even a fan of that. I'm like, okay,
yeah,
that's cool. Your fingers are the human.
People are still doing that, right?
They're doing that while listening to this podcast. Yeah, I know. I don't know. Right. The most was probably ride my bike to go play basketball.
You're simple.
Like I said before, that's the most
simple guy like that.
Yeah, simple guy. Just because I didn't like fucking skateboarding.
I didn't either.
Yeah. So what we got to talk about this week?
There's Oxnard.
Yes, there's Oxnard. Hey, did you see that that they're selling or they listed that LA Fitness or Esporta Fitness?
Yeah, so somebody else is going to come in and buy it, I guess.
I don't understand that.
Like that they're selling it?
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on with that. Like they're pawning that thing off.
Where did you see the listing? Is it like a commercial?
I don't remember.
Leasing thing, probably.
Yeah, like something like that. But it was like $12 million.
Yeah, I mean it's a huge place. with a pool and basketball court and all that stuff. I wonder why nobody can stay there. Because before it was LA Fitness, right? And then they changed it.
Well, it is LA Fit. Like they changed a lot of the LA Fitness to. It's under the
Yeah.
banner,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, there was one in Arizona when I was
But
there.
yeah, they have them all over in the. Seems like the Spanish speaking areas, maybe.
But I'm just like, why can't anything survive right there? Is my question.
I mean, I remember it being Kmart
Yeah.
in that area, like
Yeah.
that shopping center. I don't remember what was next to it, or if Kmart was just the whole thing.
Yeah.
But yo, you know what survived is that Burger King.
Yeah. Starbucks is right there. Burger King.
It's always been Burger King though. Like for since the 80s.
Yeah, Burger King has been there and then it's a revolving door of gyms.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with LA Fitness. Like they can't hold a gym.
I don't know, but then
because they got out of there with the one in North Oxnard, and now it's the UFC or whatever.
Which that UFC gym, it has got to be crazy. I imagine that it is. Like,
what do you mean? A lot of people fighting?
I mean, yeah, but I just can't imagine it being like some of the other MMA gyms or clubs that are around here. Like, it just seems like McDonald's of.
You're saying it's too commercialized?
Yeah, it's the space. You've been in there before. Like it's huge.
I see what you're saying.
How do you staff that with enough people to, or do you just have a huge space with, a ton of rings and, but I think they hold classes in there. I think they do training.
Bunch of ringworm. I don't know what's going on in there.
Yeah.
To be honest.
But I just imagine that it's a lot of guys who just, want to work out and fight,
Okay. They yell it too.
There's probably a lot of yelling.
They're a villain in a 90s
Jean-Claude Van Damme movie.
So is yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Is it weights and like fighting and stuff?
I don't know, but it's maybe that's going to be another one over there. Maybe they're taking over.
Yeah. I heard what's the thing called? Gold's Gym. That thing's like wall to wall packed even during like the pandemic. Like they're not hurting.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I heard. Is what I've. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe they take over. I don't know.
And then there was the one on. Well, it used to be Gold's, and then it turned to Worlds on Gonzalez.
Right. Yeah.
Off the freeway, off Rice. And that one, I went there a couple times. Do you ever gone in there?
Nope. I've only seen.
You've never
seen videos of
it. That one is insane. I've been in there a couple times. It's depending on when you go. It's the typical like Monday everyone trying to bench, do weight, stuff like that. But I heard that it was like if you joined, you were never getting out.
Oh, like of the contract?
And it something like that is why they kind of changed it. I don't know the exact story, but it was something like that.
Gyms will leech onto you. Be draining money from your account. Like, oh, did you notice that we were taking your money? Sorry.
Nah, they don't even say that.
Yeah. It's like, God.
That's how they make their money.
On people who stop going.
I would say 50% of the people go,
Oh, the people who have
like,
memberships?
that have the membership
Yeah,
there.
I think
Yeah,
that's probably accurate, yeah. And then they just
right.
keep forgetting and renew, and then it's like, "Oh, what okay,
Shoot,
I'll go,"
renew.
you know?
Shoot, renew. They're just paying month to month. Like, oh shoot, I'm paying this
Yeah,
bill. I
but
bet
most of
you a
them have a
lot of people.
contract.
And then you go month to month.
Oh.
I think. I think they go like give you a month to month
Well,
price.
those
I don't
UFC
know. Eh,
gyms or, like, MMA gyms, those kinda places, it's like, you gotta sign up for a year and pay, like, you know,
mhm.
I don't know, half upfront or something. It's not that much, but it's always something crazy, and then it's like,
Yeah.
$180 a month for, 5 days.
I remember someone who had the hookup. I think it was my homie Dell. You know Dell. I think it was him, but I'm not sure. They had the like hookup where it's like you pay a whole year, and it's like $300 or something at 24, and you good. You got a full year
For
membership there.
$300?
It was something cheap like that.
I'm trying to think, is that even cheap? I don't even know what I pay, to be honest.
Well, let's see. Let's do the math. We'll say average is 30,
Is
right?
that the average?
I don't know. Well, how much you don't know how much
Honestly,
you
I
pay, so
don't.
we can't
I
ask
like,
you.
man,
I
they're
I
getting
think
me.
it's I think the lowest the lowest I've ever paid is like
Yeah, that's
$24. Highest probably 30, like maybe mid 30s.
okay. I think I'm paying mid-30s. That sounds right.
Okay. So we'll say 30 is like
Okay.
an average. Times 12, $360. So it's a
Yeah.
little bit of a deal. Um
But those
but
MMA
yeah,
places,
I
or
remember
I mean, even boxing too, I'm sure, is like,
yeah, one of those specialized ones usually are a little bit more, I think, or boutique ones that are
yeah,
smaller. They're a
yeah.
little bit
I mean,
more.
it makes sense if it's people who have to keep their livelihood somehow, like they got to get paid for it.
Yeah, shout out to Edge Fitness. I might be blowing them up, but I haven't had like 50 free passes there. Oh yeah, no, this is my first time here.
Where are you from? You new in town?
Oh shoot, Iowa. How'd you find us? Oh, you I googled it.
Let me give you the tour.
Nah, you seen one, you seen them all. Yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Hopefully
I
they don't
tried.
hear
I
this.
tried over there for a while.
I love
Yeah,
that
it's
gym.
cool. It's just small, you know.
Yeah, it's small, but depending on when you went, like there was like no
Yeah,
one in there,
yeah,
and you
that's
could
true.
just
Yeah,
really, and then it had the view. Hopefully, I'm probably evening it out because I'll probably get them like someone to
it's a
sign up.
nice gym. It's a nice location. It's a cool spot. It's just, it's
Yeah,
it's just kind of isolated. So I'm sure that they're, looking for people to stay there. Also, I feel
right.
like they try to keep younger people, like, because there's a lot of older people that are in that neighborhood.
A lot of old
Yeah.
money.
So, but if they can keep, young people in there and like keep it, a little bit more modern.
Yeah, that might be the
Yeah.
play too. Who
That's
knows?
where I heard the yoga fart.
The yoga fart? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You ever farted? Never mind. Nah,
Yeah,
you ever fart like while lifting and stuff?
I thought that I was really close to.
Like, man, you get
I,
yeah.
I so I was on the ab machine, and there were people behind me, two people talking, and this lady was like bent down tying her shoe behind me, as I'm like doing the ab machine and I'm doing it and I'm like, oh
How
shit.
can you see that?
Because there's a mirror
Oh,
and
okay.
I'm doing it and I'm thinking like, oh God, I don't fart on this lady's face right here behind me. Plus,
But you just keep going.
what am I supposed to do?
It's just like,
That's her,
well, go ahead and get it.
that's her choice to tie her shoe or whatever right next to my ass as I'm doing exercise.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. If I got farted on and I was doing that, like it would be my fault.
Man. The laugh fart. The haha fart.
No, I don't have.
That's so unexpected. Especially if a female does it. It's like, oh, okay. Damn.
Somebody was telling me a story of when before they had married their wife, they went to a skate park together and he had to take a shit when he got to the skate park. So he went and he took shit and he came back to his girlfriend at the time and then she asked, "Did you just poop?" And he said, "Yeah."
Damn. Okay. And then what? This guy's crazy. Of course you would remember the story.
Back.
What? Oh, he
brought the smell
what?
back all the way back. I don't know.
What? That's crazy.
But could you imagine that? Like being on a date with somebody that, you know, you think might end up being your wife. And then that happens where like, I smell.
I don't even want to know how he ended up bringing it back.
Yeah, man.
Nah, I don't think I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. And he took a while, so she was like, "Oh, what? Like you definitely didn't pee."
Yeah.
So she probably asked that.
Yeah, it's just.
What happens if you gotta do that and you take it a while?
Oh yeah, I haven't really had.
Do you contemplate leaving?
Like it's time to go, or just ditching?
Yeah, I took too long. It's obvious. It's a wrap. You just make up a story. Oh yeah. Shoot! I had to go save.
What about
someone.
at a house? Like, what if you're at a house and it comes time?
Yeah, that's why you gotta go before.
That way you don't Dumb and Dumber.
Nah, the flushing and nah. That's bad. It's real bad.
It's a bad look.
It's definitely a bad situation. Yo, you just peek out the door. We got a plunger.
Man,
that's terrible.
When
I had that. Oh my God, I had someone do that.
Wait, you had a female do that to you?
The funniest shit ever. No. I had a family member do that at like my parents' house one time, and it was like a family gathering.
He needed to cry out for help.
He said, "Yo, I need." I don't remember what he said. It was an overflow situation.
No. Yo, I need help.
Hey, so it was a situation where people had to help. Oh no. My God. So that's why you don't do that. Yo, I was like, dead. You know me, I was laughing. It was like a serious situation, but I was just laughing. It was like people's feelings and loved ones, and like I was just like, let me stay in this other room.
Damn.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
crazy.
that's
So
rough, man. That
yeah, yeah.
I don't
Shout out
wish
to
that
you.
on my worst enemy.
Nah, it's something you just gotta. I mean, it is what it is. But if it's damn,
Yeah.
yeah. Let's get off
Yeah.
that shitty
And so
conversation.
so what about this Six Flags? Six Flags, man.
Yeah, you heard
Yeah,
about it?
yeah, the
Dude, dude might be a genius.
yeah, you think so? I mean, that sounds like pretty unhealthy what he was doing.
So he basically um it, uh he got is it's like a pass
Yeah.
annual pass to Six Flags. This was on the NPR website.
Which
California man has eaten nearly every meal at Six Flags over the last 6 years.
for
So this was in Santa Clarita. And he paid $100, a season pass for $100 that included 2 meals a day.
150.
$150 a day. I mean, $150 total.
Yeah.
Like the year.
Yeah.
Right? So
That includes 2 meals a day. So he paid
2 meals a
$150
day.
for the year and then gets 2 meals a day at the park.
At Six Flags.
With all his
And then it
savings,
says
he paid off his
he
student
saved-
loans and bought a house.
Yeah, so he might
And
be
here
a
I
genius.
am.
How many years?
God, you kidding me?
6 years. Over 6 years he did that. So probably just didn't eat just that. He probably stocked up or whatever
Yeah.
on the food, or I don't know.
I wonder if he was or he was doing all the rides and stuff too, or if he would just go there and eat and leave.
Yeah, I don't think he would do
I mean,
the
he
rides.
might if it's
Because
like,
after
if he likes it, but
6 years.
yeah, maybe not. I mean, people get
6
annual
years?
passes to like Disneyland and stuff like that.
So my question is, what's the stipulations on that? Like, where can he eat in the park?
I think he can eat. He probably just
Can
go
he
to
eat
any
just
one of those
anywhere?
little restaurants, you know. So he's just been surviving on funnel cake and
But yeah, so isn't there like regular restaurants in
Yeah.
the park? So if that's the case, he's kind of
breakfast
good.
and dinner.
Like a regular meal. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what that breaks down
Um,
to as far as like meals per day, you know,
2
or
do you mean?
or what it costs, what his cost was per
Cost?
day
Oh.
to eat, you know. But yeah,
Pennies.
I mean,
Nah, it's just I never heard of that. I didn't know you can eat too and included in that.
I wonder what. There's so many questions for this because
Do you think? Let me see. Is it every single day? He can go any. There's no like
I don't think
limitations
so.
on
I
it.
think it's just every day. I'm wondering
2
like,
meals a day.
what kind of degree did he get?
Doesn't have anything else.
Like, is this like an engineer
yeah,
or
I don't
something
know.
that is, you know, like he's eating at Six Flags every day?
For 6
Yeah.
years.
I mean,
Uh,
smart though.
I don't know, but it's smart. It's definitely smart if they got regular food and it's not like all like fries and like little league
Yeah.
food, little league ballpark food, then it's pretty smart.
They
But if
probably
it's-
do.
He probably like, yeah.
I feel like back, you know,
Yeah.
years ago that they wouldn't really have that kind of thing. Like they wouldn't have better food. It would just be all that park food, you know, like hot dogs and funnel cake
Ye-
and popcorn, you know.
Yeah.
But they probably have to
Right.
have some kind of vegan options now, and some kind of, you know.
It said in 2014, so it wasn't that long ago. So he also, do you think that they're going to change that?
Probably now, yeah.
They're like, nah.
I wonder how this story got out. Like, did the guy, you know, once he did
I
it,
guess
then he
he
was
did.
like, "Hey, everybody, this is what I did." I'm gonna fuck it up for anybody
Well, it
else
says
who wants
he
to do that.
says, right. I know, huh,
Like he
man?
had to make that
He's
choice.
like, here's my plan, my manifesto of
Yeah.
food at Six Flags.
He should have put it out there for the people.
What do you think that they at the park they were
Oh,
did
they
they know
definitely
him?
knew. The employees, they definitely, especially
Yeah,
if he wasn't going on the rides and he would just come in
right.
every day,
Just go to
same
the food.
time. He probably knows the servers at the restaurants. Like, they know him by name.
Do you think? Yeah. Okay. So do you think that it was like a bad thing, or they're just like, oh, this is the homie?
If he was able to do it that long, pause,
Yeah.
it must have been, they must have, you know, yeah, been
Just been
cool with
cool
it.
with it. Right.
I feel like, because have you ever talked to anybody who has worked at a amusement park or some kind of water park or anything like that?
Mm, no.
Well, it sounds like most of those places, the employees, like they're all young and they're all kind of just it's summer jobs and whatever. So, so they just
Yeah.
party like after hours and do crazy stuff. And but man, water parks sound insane. Like the type of stuff that they get into. I guess some more than others, but uh, I don't know. And any of that stuff, they're like they're all super young, so it's almost high school style on their own partying, so they just go wild. But I'm glad I haven't done
It's
that.
the fair. It's the fair. The local county
Exactly.
fair.
Yeah.
Vibe.
Bolts flying off of the rides. Kids are high.
Yeah.
Like they're like it's like some high
Yeah.
19-year-old. Like
They're texting
yeah,
during
sending you down
thing.
on the roller coaster or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm good on that. I've been pretty clear about that before, but yeah, I'm good.
So would you do what he did, or is it like?
Yeah,
I
that's a
mean,
lot.
he had to be living
Yeah,
close.
that's a lot of discipline, I will say. Like to keep
Yeah.
doing that for that
But
long.
here's the thing: I don't think he was only
Probably
eating
not.
that.
I mean, I hope not. It's when you first were talking about it, it made me think of the guy who did that Super Size Me movie where he ate McDonald's,
Yeah,
and
me
it
too.
like showed what happened to his body when he did that. Like, I wonder what it did to this guy's body. I wonder how bad that was. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't have the determination for that. I do for some other stuff, but man, that's just it's too much.
I guess the question is, what type of food was in there? That's what it all boils down to. Because if it was like some good meals and like decent restaurants, like and a variety, then it may be a great thing. Because if it's like regular chain restaurants mixed with, just obscure,
Yeah, like special. They have bars in there too. I wonder if he could drink.
right. So that's the only thing I'm wondering. Like, does he get a pass at those places too? Because if that's the case, and he just like gets, you know, he can get like a steak dinner, or he could get a burger, or he
So
could get,
look, we got this is like some restaurants that are there. Ace of Clubs, so like barbecue stuff, burgers, Big Belly Burgers, burger stuff, Carlini's Pizzeria, Chicken Coop, some other food, etc. Tacos, Frozen Delights as ice cream, sports bar, vegetarian options.
yeah. So it sounds like it's just a variety of spots. So it might not be that bad.
Yeah, wings, Johnny
Definitely not
Rockets,
Super Size Me.
roasted
Yeah.
corn. Yeah, there's a bunch of good shit in
Yeah.
there.
So it sounds like it's it's a variety of stuff. Now, did he have all that
Damn, they
freedom
got sushi.
to eat at those places?
He must have if they gave him a
Yeah.
pass.
Yeah, so this is a genius. Shout out
Yeah.
to him. I thought that was pretty off the wall.
If you're listening, you should get on the podcast. Tell us about it.
Yeah, he's close by, Santa Clarita.
Maybe he still eats there. Maybe we can catch him there.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Have you been watching a lot of basketball?
Yeah, I've been watching basketball. Yeah, usually around these times when you kind of want to see who's doing
Yeah.
good, like who's doing their thing, who's trash.
Yeah, Lakers kind of look a little bit like trash.
Shoot, Clippers aren't far behind, or they might be
Yeah.
more behind.
Well, hold on. Before I've been waiting to do this. I was hoping not to have to do it so soon, but
Yeah, he's Russell Westbrook,
Yeah.
right? He's had like one good game.
yeah, I know it takes.
In the 5 games.
I know it takes time, but it's like, man, they just look like they've had all these stupid little incidents, and you know the Rondo thing, like Rondo doing Rondo things. Old Pat Beverly.
Yeah. Yeah, Rondo, God. But what? Okay, Westbrook. He obviously it's like, okay, you need time to gel. Do you think? And then there's people who've been saying like he should maybe come off the bench or be left. Here's where I think he should be. I think it should be a thing where he plays more minutes at the end of like the first and the beginning of the second, where it's just him.
Like, so let AD
and they
start
get
the game off. Yeah.
AD and LeBron play, that first half, heavy dose of AD, and then let Russell Westbrook do his like Scooby Doo, Skippity Doo thing, whatever, and then he gets more involved that way. It seemed like, because they got to figure it out. They got to figure something out. At some point they got to make an adjustment, because right now what it's showing is he's not really. I maybe the spacing, it may be just the new team and getting used to it, which I think mostly, but also,
he's a guy who nobody has really figured out how to win with yet. Like all these guys have been around him, like KD and Harden, and I mean, who else? Who else has he had? Beal, I guess.
I mean, Harden, KD, Bradley Beal.
He didn't play with but I mean, all of those guys. Like, he just hasn't found a fit really, and so you figure if there's anybody that can work,
Paul George.
Yeah, like if there's anybody that can work with him, LeBron, that makes sense. Like LeBron could kind of mold his game around Westbrook's game and make him useful and make him, put him in positions to be successful and all that. But it does take time, But I do think like all the veterans on that team and all that stuff, they're gonna find a good way to play together. It just takes time, like Melo, Melo's gonna find his role and his niche, and Westbrook, they're gonna have to if they want to be successful. I don't know if they will, but they all have to find their little spot. But the whole that whole Dwight Howard and AD thing was weird.
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, that was really weird.
So
it seemed like it was just a disagreement, like on the court about some court stuff. But
just that mixed with the frustration of Westbrook not really, being Westbrook quite yet, and then with Rondo doing his thing and all that stuff.
So okay, so what are they? They're as of the podcast, they're like 1
yeah,
they're like 2-4 or something like that. 1,
yeah. 2-3, 2-3. Yeah,
2-3. Okay.
God, they play the Cavs tonight.
Yeah, the Clippers have only won 1, but I think what if they? Do you see a move being made if they're like 500 or something?
I don't.
Or if they're,
I don't know what you could do.
like what you would have to get rid of. You'd have to pull the trigger on Russell Westbrook.
You think so? You think? I don't think so. I don't think ship him out
if
of there.
If they have a losing record at the All-Star break or whenever the trade deadline, you kind of.
I don't think you can give up on him that fast.
But then how? But you don't have a lot of time with LeBron.
Yeah, but whoever you could get for Westbrook is not going to instantly make, instantly make them into a contender. I don't know who they could get for
But they were
But they were a contender when it was just LeBron and AD. I think before.
What's going on then? Why are they losing?
Before last year, seeing that they need more than just LeBron and AD. Like LeBron, he can't just dominate the same way that they used to. So they need more.
No, but he can get you 25 a game.
Yeah, but not.
And that's.
But he's not. He's not the focal point anymore. He's not like.
No, but then you have AD, and then I'm just wondering what's going on because they won a championship like that. So like what?
I think
2 years ago.
LeBron's getting older. I think so. They need more.
You think that's what it is?
So.
Okay.
I mean, he's hurt right now, but that's going to continue to happen. Like he's going to have to miss time. That's the other thing with AD too, is that like AD is going to miss time. So you have to have. I think you have to have another third piece like Westbrook who can do his Scooby-Doo thing if.
Do you think that they win the championship?
I think if they're above 500 at the All-Star break, if they're getting it together, they're figuring it out, then I think they have a legitimate chance to win it. Because look at Brooklyn. Like, you see what Harden, how inefficient he's been since they put these rules in?
Yeah.
Like, that's gonna be an adjustment period at least. I think he'll get over it.
Yeah.
But he's probably just so used to playing that way.
Right.
Got it. Have you?
And then the Kyrie thing.
Yeah, I'm not even. Yeah, and then they have that whole situation, so it's like, I'm not really.
But the Bucks.
The Bucks. Giannis looks crazy. I don't know if you saw that. What was it yesterday, where he did a Euro step, and then he goes up and it just went off the backboard, and then he just came down and instantly jumped back up and dunked it back in, like over 4 guys. And so they're going to be back. Chicago looks good.
Yeah, so Chicago looks pretty good. Yeah. They're probably a piece away though.
Or just some time.
Time. Miami looks.
Yeah, I think Miami looks all right.
Like they're probably second tier, like Boston, Miami.
Those Philly's got their whole situation. So the East is pretty.
East is competitive.
Well, it's competitive in the East, but I think whoever comes out of the East is whoever comes out of the West is the favorite to me. If it's the Lakers or even
The Bucks
yeah,
got
you're
a
right, the
team.
Bucks, but the Lakers, I mean the
I mean, they
Suns,
won it last year. But yeah, for sure, the
and
Lakers,
then the
Suns,
Warriors.
even Utah and
Like Steph
Denver,
is crazy.
Warriors.
You see him shoot that running
We'll
three
see when
yesterday.
Kawhi comes back. Yeah, off
Yeah,
one
like,
foot.
what is that? It's
Yeah,
crazy.
I think that's a big thing. Kawhi and Klay Thompson are gonna really kind of see what happens with the West.
When does Kawhi supposed to? Oh, okay.
Who knows?
Okay.
Maybe this year,
Oh,
maybe
God.
next. But I mean, for the timeline, it should be like right before playoffs. But that's who knows with
Yeah.
Kawhi. But Klay, I think he's sooner, right? And we'll see where he's at with it because they're playing well. They also got Wiseman who hasn't been playing. So
did you see Damian Lillard's freestyle?
Holy shoot, that was
He's in the
no,
NBA.
I didn't.
He's an NBA star.
He's definitely an NBA. He's definitely an NBA. No, I didn't see it.
In it, he said something about like it might be hurting him or like hurting his legacy that he's not willing to join a super team. Like that was part of something that he said, but he was going for a while.
Shoot.
Like I was impressed. Like, you know, me, I've always kind of been like, but I was impressed.
Nah, he's got bars. Damian Lillard got bars. He's had bars. Where did you hear it?
It was
what
on.
Was it on?
I think it was like Sports Center or ESPN. Instagram posted it.
ESPN the basement.
No, but one of them did.
No, I didn't know. I didn't see that one. But I'll definitely check it out.
I respect him not doing that, but I would love to see him go to a super team or to do it, you know.
You want to see him on the
Lakers?
No,
I thought he was going to go to the Knicks, and I was kind of interested. I thought that would be cool.
So that's what Stephen A. Smith said, that if he were to leave, like he's his sources, or it's under my impression, or you know how they have their like sources. He said that it was the Knicks,
which I think would be, you know, to see him in the Garden, like, and you know that's his home court. That's pretty.
Yeah, for sure.
Totally him. I thought Philly was an option too, but not anymore because just the value for Ben Simmons is so low.
Well, someone said, I think it was my barber. He said they should do Ben Simmons for Kyrie.
Because Kyrie could play in Philly.
Kyrie could play in Philly. Ben Simmons could play with Brooklyn. I'm like, you're not
Ben
wrong.
Simmons just get the rebound and pass to KD, and
you're not. I was like, he's not wrong. They need defense.
Yeah,
in Brooklyn.
They don't need shooting.
I mean, they don't need shooting. They got enough shooters.
It's heaven for Ben Simmons.
Kyrie could play.
Kyrie could put a uniform on and go on to the basketball. I was
like, yo, you are not wrong.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know if Ben Simmons is coming back. Is he coming back from this, or is he going to retire?
What do you mean? He just retire at 25. I mean, he's going to pull a Ricky Williams, or whoever it was, retired, or Ben Barry Sanders.
He's going to be. Actually, never mind. I was going to say.
You're about to get canceled?
I was about to get us destroyed because I was going to say he's going to be Kwame Brown.
Oh, we're going to get crossfire?
I don't want that smoke.
He's 100% coming back to play in the NBA.
But do you think he comes back to...
He's too talented.
Do you think he's a star again?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like I don't think he's going to be Delonte West.
That's a tough one.
But I think he's going to be...
Yeah, I think
he's
I don't think he's gonna be. What's your man that played for Washington that had a hitch in his shot?
Washington.
He was like the number one pick.
Oh,
He was on his team.
no.
They
That
shipped
was
him out.
Fultz, right?
Yeah,
Philly.
He was on the Sixers.
Yeah. He got drafted by Philly.
That's crazy. He was the number one
Yeah,
pick.
it's crazy. Yeah, maybe. See, like, is he that? But at least Ben Simmons was already a
That's
star.
what I'm saying.
But he was an all-star, and
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. No, Fultz was never an all-star or star.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of somebody you could compare that to, of like, you know, somebody who's a star and then just almost overnight over an off season.
Brandon Roy,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
but
a
it's
different
injury. Yeah.
story. Yeah,
Yeah, like there hasn't really been somebody who's
that's
non-injury related and
overnight.
then overnight just almost.
Derrick Rose.
But that's injury related too. It wasn't just he was like scared to shoot and all this, like all the stuff that's going on.
And then
Did you see that all the Philadelphia guys, they said like, oh, he's our brother, or we're gonna wait for him to come back? And
well, he did the smartest move of all time in this era.
Ben Simmons?
Mm-hmm. No disrespect to anyone. You know, mental health is a serious thing. I believe you, Ben Simmons. All that. But he was like, oh no, I'm mentally I'm mentally unstable. What did he say?
He checked out. I don't know.
He said something like, well, he did the in this era.
You can't touch me.
They can't. Everyone's like, oh yeah, he can't touch me.
You can't touch me.
Yeah. So he bought time there.
That's what I'm saying, man. And it's crazy too that of all the places in the United States where he could be playing, he plays in Philadelphia.
Philly.
Where they do not.
City of brotherly love.
They boost Santa Claus. They've, that dude was talking shit about Nelson Aguilar on that video when they're throwing the babies out of the firemen. Like, the fireman was saving a baby and like tossed it to the guy. Like, well, at least I caught it. And like Aguilar, like Philly's a rough place. Right. You can't survive like that in Philly.
Yeah, he can't. I don't think he can, but hopefully everything works out. You don't want to see someone go spiral down, because it could easily spiral down like bad. And you don't want to see that. But just get that jump shot, it'll be straight.
Yeah. What's the Canelo Ryan Garcia beef?
I don't know if there's a beef. I feel like Canelo was just talking about. It was like an interview, and they asked. It's an interview. He has a fight coming up in like 9 days.
Ryan Garcia or
7 days?
Canelo.
No, Canelo. And so it was like promo, whatever.
Is this against the dude that they had the press conference thing where they got the
yeah. Yep, Caleb Plant. So everyone's, it's probably the most anticipated fight that's on the horizon right now. But they asked him about Canelo. I mean, they asked Canelo about Ryan Garcia, and he's like, man, like basically he's like, I got a lot of talent, but he's wasting a lot of time, wasting his talent. So he was like, and then he basically kind of went in and he's like, I don't see him as 100% dedicated. And for basically, like, they're not about that at that gym, and it's a bad sign.
Damn.
And they said, he also said that they always remind him to come to the gym.
Like, hey, where you at?
Yeah, basically.
Wow.
And yeah, that's bad. I don't know. That's a bad signal.
Honestly, what it looked like to me. Like.
Yeah, and you can't really tell from my, like, yeah, he's always he's a social media guy this era, whatever. And Um, and 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 he's got that following, but I thought he was always training as well, and I thought he was, dedicated
Well, he
and doing
probably
stuff,
was
whatever.
before
But
he blew up, like before he ended up.
well, no, he blew up before he joined their
Yeah,
gym.
he blew up. He
Like
blew up like from YouTube, right?
yeah, like he's been on doing the little
Y-
memes or whatever, the
yeah,
LOLs, whatever.
it really looks like once he started messing with the Paul dudes and like showing up on red carpets and all this, like doing all that,
He's
like that's when he seemed like like when I saw it from the outside, when you said
yeah,
that him and Canelo like they worked together or whatever, that it was surprising
yeah,
to me because I thought that of him,
right. That's pretty crazy to get called out like that
Yeah.
though. That shows like you're not training.
Yeah. So it's like,
For him to say
yeah.
that shows that you are not. Like not kind of, you are not training. Like you're not taking it serious.
And that's a message.
That's a
It's
bad
probably
sign.
a message to him.
Definitely a message. I wonder how they come back from that. Well, how he comes back to the gym like, all right, guys, I'm here. I'm ready to train.
Probably is.
How
old
that's
is
always
he?
He's probably he's early 20s.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing?
Coming in all head down.
You played with people like that? I've definitely played with a couple of
I
people like
was
that throughout my
at the
whole
time.
life. No, you weren't. You showed up to practice and worked hard every day.
Yeah.
There's definitely people who like not show. Like throughout my whole life, there's always been that person who's like maybe miss, maybe not go hard, maybe not be dedicated. And then they show up and my stance has always been like the side eye, like like the fuck.
Yeah, I know. I know.
doing?
I've seen it before.
I'm saying it's just like, oh, why? I don't know. It's just a different mentality, I guess.
Yeah.
But
And it's so crazy in that situation with Ryan Garcia, like when you see, everything that he has ahead of him. And here Canelo
Yeah.
is like trying to take him under his wing. And he's like, you're going to be late. You're going to not show. You're going to fuck around with all this shit. Like those are the choices you're going to make.
He's probably, and you know that by him saying that, it's out of a little bit of a frustration, meaning that the team has talked about it before. Their gym, it's been an issue in their gym to where right. And so like for them to ask the question, like, hey, what's up with him? Like, and he just like, fuck, like, like it's been a thing, he was basically said something along the lines of like, when I was in the beginning of my career, I did 15 fights in 1 year. And like, so that's where I was. Like, he needs to be dedicated, It's like, I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, you're not going to see anyone in the thing like, nah, what does Canelo know? He's not working hard.
Well, it seems like
he's not wrong. Look at where he's at.
It seems like Canelo's kind of like, if he wants to play around and do all that, and be that kind of athlete, then those are his choices. But to do it there, like, that's not what we do here.
Yeah.
Like, not at this camp,
And that was 100%. That's what his like aura was about that for sure. Yeah.
How do you think that fight goes? The Canelo fight.
I think he wins. I think the bad blood, man, it's gonna be interesting. I think Plant kind of effed up a little bit by showing he got hit. He got two-pieced, like, and I showed him like, oh shoot.
Yeah.
It's a different level.
Yeah.
A little bit different level right here. This guy got reflexes and he's strong. Oh, okay.
Yeah. even
And
though he said
100%
he
Caleb Plant.
denies it, right? Like doesn't.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's gonna say that. Yeah. He got Caleb Plant is no slouch. He's a great boxer. Like he got good combinations. Doesn't have power, and he's definitely never fought anyone on Canelo's level, like near
yeah.
Canelo's level. So I think he could definitely stop him.
You think so?
I think. Well, the only reason I think that, because normally it would be like, okay, it's going to go to the distance and Canelo's going to win, but he doesn't have power. So Canelo, he's took Triple G shots. He's took, you know what I mean? He's taking people who have real power, and Canelo can't get. I mean, Caleb Plant can't get people out of there that don't really, that aren't even on his
Yeah.
level. So if Canelo feels that power and then he's
And he
like,
wants to
oh, this
put him
is all.
down. Yeah.
Yeah. Then it's easier to do combinations and hit him to the body, or you know
Yeah.
what I mean. I think it'll end in a stoppage, like 8th round
And
or something.
it's scheduled for what, 12?
12 round, yeah.
I don't know why I'm
12 round. So.
Yeah, well, because I always think UFC. UFC is
It
always
used to be.
different, or it's different, like for championship fights and then regular fights.
Oh, it
Yeah,
is?
championship fights
Yeah.
are 5, I think, and then regular are 3.
Right. Yeah, boxing's usually for championship it's 12. Sometimes for like main events or like co-main events that like lower level might be 10, and then they keep going down.
Yeah, they'll
Usually
have 8
like it's
rounds
the
and shit.
lowest is like
Yeah.
4. Yeah.
How many rounds is the
But yeah, it should be.
Paul fight going to be, you think?
Tyson who? Tyson Fury?
No, Mike Tyson
Who?
and Logan
Mike
Paul.
Tyson, Jake Paul. Oh god. I don't even, honestly, I love boxing. I love boxing.
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk about that.
The only thing that I will say is that people are like, people are, who's going to beat who or whatever, or like, I would do that with Mike Tyson for, millions of dollars, get in there with him. And I still, Mike Tyson is so crazy, and you never know what Mike Tyson might do. Like this might be, we could see Mike Tyson like bite Logan Paul's nose off. Like, is that worth millions of dollars?
Right. I think Mike Tyson will be a little bit humble. Are they fighting?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
No,
you're lying. They made that official?
I don't know, some Triller or some, some.
Oh god. I will say, okay, I'll talk about it, but I will say that, man, watching a couple of months of regular, real boxing and in being back to that world was
and not
was
having
nice.
to hear about this shit.
But all right, so Mike Tyson against Logan.
Yeah, I think it's Logan.
I will say that Mike Tyson's a bigger weight class, so it's gonna be tough when they lean on him. Like when he leans on him, and plus the power of those shots, it's just different.
How hard do you think he'll go? Like, do you think but you think
I don't know,
Mike Tyson is gonna
unleash
on him? Because I think he still can.
I don't know,
to some extent, right?
Yeah, to some extent. I just don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of variables, like the age thing. Are they gonna go hard?
Yeah.
Is he?
Because when the Roy Jones one, like I was hoping that he did not connect on those with Roy Jones.
Yeah.
And
right.
I think that will hurt Logan Paul, and Logan Paul is not gonna. I don't think he'll be able to avoid him like Roy Jones did. It's like he's gonna get some. He's gonna have to eat some.
And there's also the level of respect too. Like, oh, we're both old dudes.
Yeah.
This is a lot of money. Right. Roy Jones is a great. I'm a great. I think there may be some. It is boxing, but there was maybe some level of respect. I think it might be a situation where it's like, this guy doesn't even belong in the same ring is me type
Yeah.
of deal, and that ego might kick in. So
Well,
I don't know.
so
I don't
they've
know.
like
We'll
met
see.
each other, I guess. Like because I've seen clips of. There's a clip that I've seen
Okay.
of Mike Tyson. I think he's on one of the Paul podcasts, and
Mm-hmm.
he's holding a pigeon, and I'm pretty sure he was on
Mm,
mushrooms. Like he was on
shit.
mushrooms on the show, and then they gave him a pigeon. So he's like holding this tiny bird, and he's on mushrooms. And so like they
Pretty
yeah.
bird.
So they know each other. So, you know,
They know each other through birds.
yeah, I
Okay.
guess. But yeah, I mean, yeah,
Well,
we'll
we'll
see.
see.
But we don't have to continue to cover that. I just was curious about it.
I got you.
Well,
I got you. Well, we
we
did
did
it.
it. You got anything else?
No, I don't. That was my cue to like end the
Okay.
podcast.
Don't call me again next week.
But oh, yeah. Yeah, let's end it. Let's bring it over to the Patreon. I got wild
Okay.
story about relationship
Oh,
situationships.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.